I was coming out of high school gym class, and there were 3 recruiting tables, one for each element lined up side by side. The Navy was giving out the best swag. It was literally a triangular highlighter that caught my attention. And I went for him, and he gave me a story about adventure and travel and teamwork and just awesomeness. I was like, sign me up. And next thing I know, I was shipped off to Borden. Well, interestingly, my maternal grandfather was in the military, and my mom grew up as a military brat, like I guess the Chinese version of it. And she was like, yeah, good. Go learn some discipline, learn how to make your bed every day, good. I mean, they were a little bit worried because they really didn't know what I was getting into, and I didn't either. Well, confession, I was a terrible diesel mechanic, just awful. I mean, the ships, and these were reserve ships, they weren't even ginormous, right? Not like the Reg Force ships. But the valves, it was a very physical struggle for me to even open and close them. And it was in moments like that I was like, I should probably do a bit more. What are some other goals I can aim for? And I had set myself up in pre-medical studies at the time. So I said, I guess I'll try for medical school. And I mean, not that my parents did not push a little. So I met all the prerequisites and I applied and I was accepted. I think the first inkling that things were a bit off was when I came back from a 9 months NATO deployment overseas. When you come home after serving, there's a process in the military in which you speak to a social worker and they kind of ask you a few questions. I think they're conversation starters, more of a screener. And so what did I do? I avoided. I just told her exactly what they needed to hear in that moment so that they would leave me alone, so I can just carry on with the rest of my contract. Once I did finish, and you'll hear other team members say this, that white knuckling experience, that was kind of my last year. When I did finish, all the pressure came off. I think that's when perhaps the nervous system kind of just let go. All the checks and stops had just vanished and everything I think just hit me at once. And that's when I think I began to drown. And then I just pedaled faster with my feet, tried to stay afloat, but it just wasn't working out well. And you don't know that when you're in it. Because all your energy is spent on breathing. It wasn't until a veteran transitions network had a free event for female veterans. They sent us to a retreat, didn't have to worry about food, housing, all that, and we had 2 therapists and we all sat down, created safety, and that's when I realized that, wow, okay, I wasn't alone. All of these females in front of me felt something similar. And I was like, okay, so these are the people, these are the resources I need to reach out now that I'm no longer a serving member to get help. And once I used those resources from VAC, that connected me to my OSI clinic in my hometown. And that's when I began to get the help. I'm 5 years out of the military, the uniform, the environment, and I'm 5 years into the civilian world. And I can tell you, I don't think I would be half the person I am today without those 15 years of hard knocks, soft knocks, lots of fun, lots of setbacks, and ultimately just the growth. The 17-year-old me versus the now me. Same size, but I'm much bigger in stature now. I've never done a Soldier On event because I had just connected with them and I did not know the depth and the scale and just the mass that is Invictus. So I actually started Googling, looking up past team members, trying to understand what I signed up for. I want to walk away knowing that I presented the most authentic Wen to all of you and then to the world. I think I'm most looking forward to using this opportunity to connect on a level with my parents that I perhaps have never connected with before. So I think maybe this would be a great opportunity to talk to them about it, and maybe to use some of my other team members and maybe their families when they're engaging with each other at the team's village, the nation's house during, casual breakfast, lunch, and all that. Maybe they can, through secondary sources, recognize what my life experience has been.